Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany, and here on YouTube I share tips and strategies to help you start and grow the handmade business of your dreams. In this video I wanted to share some tips for creating a really strong brand on Etsy or for your handmade shop in general. It doesn't have to be on Etsy. And this is coming from someone who is not a designer, not a visual person in that way. I've always been really terrible at kind of creating that pretty aesthetic that everybody wants. It has never come naturally to me. So I want to start off with that disclaimer. I am not an expert in this kind of area. It's definitely not my strong suit, but I wanted to share the simple things that I have learned that have really helped me, as someone who is not that kind of person naturally, create a brand that I feel is memorable and attractive and appealing and fits my business. So if you are like me and you struggle to create a pretty brand or one that speaks for what your business is all about, then this video is for you. So strong branding can really help create a memorable experience for your customer and a positive experience overall for your customer. You want your branding to be attractive to your target customer. You want it to speak for what your business is all about through different visual elements. And you want your target customer to feel aligned with your branding. And you also want them to remember your branding and remember your business based on these visual elements. So the first thing I recommend is really getting to know your target customer. So you want to know who your ideal customer is that is shopping for your products. Who would be perfect for your products? You can definitely do an exercise where you write out your target customer, and you could write their demographics if you want to, but it's more important to know them on a deeper level and know what they're looking for in a product and why they're looking for that product on an emotional level, what it is going to do for them, how it is going to help them feel more like the person that they want to be. Really getting to know your target customer in that way will help you identify the branding elements that you should be including. But beyond just guessing, you should really go and do some research. So I would recommend going into Etsy and looking at other shops that are selling similar products to you and look at their branding, look at the colors, look at the types of photos, look at the voice that they're using, look at shops that are doing really well, and just kind of analyze their branding and think about what it is about their branding that is appealing to your target customer if it is the same target customer. So say you sell crystal necklaces. You're going to go into Etsy and look at other shops that are selling crystal necklaces that are doing really well, and look at the types of photos that they are taking. What kind of visual elements are included in there? Are they using bold colors or soft colors? Maybe they're incorporating a lot of nature elements into their branding. Just look at those types of things, because those are probably really appealing to your target customer. And of course, you don't want to exactly replicate what somebody else is doing, but noticing those kinds of things and then incorporating elements of that into your own branding, with of course putting your own unique spin on things so that your brand is unique and recognizable. So once you really know your target customer, then you can kind of identify these different branding elements, like if you want to use bold colors or soft colors or neutral colors, what kind of font you want to use, what kind of voice you want to use when you write your descriptions and your Instagram captions and things like that, because you do want to be speaking in your target customer's voice, using their type of language and connecting with them in that way as well. So the absolute biggest tip, and the thing that is really going to transform your branding, is super simple, and it is that consistency is key. If you do something over and over and over and over, your brand will be cohesive and it will be recognizable, and you will create a brand for yourself just by doing the same thing over and over and over. So when you are putting together your branding, you should sit down and pick 1 or 2 fonts that you are going to use throughout everything that you put out there. Any flyers or promotional material that you include in your packaging, your logo, and anywhere else that there might be font in your business, you want to use the same 1 or 2 font. You want to have like a title font and then a kind of paragraph font. So something that you would use on titles and banners and headings, and then something that you would use when you're writing out text and paragraphs. So decide on those fonts, don't overthink it, just pick something that suits your brand and that you are comfortable using consistently, and that is obviously easily readable. And then you're going to pick 3 colors. So like I said, whether those colors are bold or soft or neutral depends on your target customer and kind of the research that you have done. But pick 3 colors that look nice together, and that does not include white and black. You can use white and black, and you don't need to include that in your brand colors, but pick those 3 brand colors, and you're going to use those colors over and over in all of your photos, in your logo, in your banner, in everything that you put out. Just use those 3 colors. And then you're going to pick a visual element, like maybe beachy themed or nature themed or floral or sports if that's relevant for your shop. And that visual element is going to be incorporated into your banner and your logo, but also your photos. Most importantly, your photos, like your flat lays and any photos that you have, product photos, Instagram, social media posts. You want to kind of continuously incorporate a certain visual element, something that suits your brand, that represents your brand, that connects with your target customer, and that you can use consistently. So again, it's super important to just be consistent with these things. Make sure when you take your photos that you're taking them in the same kind of brightness level. You're using the same visual elements. You're taking your photos in the same kind of similar way. You are writing your Instagram captions in a similar voice in your description. And don't change any of that up for at least 6 months. You really need to develop that consistency and reliability so that your customers can feel like they really know you and your brand, and they can recognize a picture that you put out even without you having any information there saying that it is from your brand. Like if they stumble across one of your pictures on Pinterest, they should know right away just from looking at it that it is yours and that is your brand. And the way that you accomplish that is just by being consistent, using those same colors, those same visual elements, the same style of photos over and over and over. And if you decide to change things up again, try and wait at least 6 months of doing that consistently before you switch things up. So now I want to talk a little bit about Canva, because it is what I use to create any of my flyers, logos, banners. All of that I do on Canva because it is so easy to use as a non-designer. I am literally using Canva probably every single day, and this is not sponsored, but I'm just gonna show you, I'm just gonna go into Canva and show you kind of how to navigate it and use it as someone who is not a designer. Alright, that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what kind of videos that you want to see from me, and I will try and create those. As always, I have some resources down below, like my free Etsy SEO checklist that you can grab, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.